Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do Siman Reish Nun Tet, Siv Gimel Dalet Hey involved. 4 Simonim. It's very short ones, and each one is one connected to the other, so it's easier. So today we want to talk about the concept of take out the pot in a place that was already stored, and now we want to take it out and to bring it back to the same place. So since it already has the shape as the pot, that's the question if you're actually allowed to bring it back or not. And the simple way, if it still has the same shape, so it should be mutter. Why? Because it's not dovo ramoisifev, it's not adding any heat. But if already the pit, the hole is already destroyed, so you have to remove, the will. And that's muktzeh. That's why it should be also. What happened in a place that, pieces that you're allowed to remove it, a case like that. So, because again, it looks like it's matmin again. If it already was destroyed, so the difference is like you're making, HATMANA, that is the reason it should be forbidden. So let's read the Halachot Gimel. Hatomen bekupa melea gizei tzemer, shasu letaltel, that you're not allowed to remove it because it's a muktzeh, but it took out the pot because you want to eat the food, the hot food. If we had the pot, it still stays the same shape, you're allowed to bring it back because you didn't. Because chazoro is allowed in dovo sheinu moisiv. If it's not adding any heat, you're allowed to bring it back. But if the area where it was the pot already, everything fell there and it's not already, doesn't have the shape, לא יחזרני, not allowed to bring it back. ואפילו לכתחילה יכול להוציא על דעת להחזירה אם לא תתקלקל. Even לכתחילה you can bring it back even though it doesn't get ruined. Yeah? If it doesn't get ruined, the shape of where you put the pot. ולא חשין אנשי מהחזרנה אף אם תראה. We're not afraid, we're not goizer if you let it to bring it a place to return it back. Maybe in the time that it's going to destroy, the area of the pot, the whole shape that he has, maybe we'll do it in the case that it got ruined. We're not goizer and zayah, and we're not choishe, we're not afraid of that. We say bring it back. There's no problem to return back the pot if it's not adding any heat. V'yesh shoimrim, but we do have other views. That's the Rambam and also the Bisayim v'yesh shoimrim. שאפילו תמם בדבר שמותר לטלטל, even though you store it in a place that you're allowed to remove, let's say it was meyached, especially to heat, to put it on top of the pot in order to keep the warmth. אם נתקלקל הגומה לא יחזיר, if the pit where they put it, the pot, it got ruined, don't bring it back. Why? מפני שתצטרך הגדרה לעשות לעצמה מקום כשמחזירה ונמצא כמי שטומן בשבת. It looks like he's doing HATMANA in Shabbos, and it's forbidden to do what? HATMANA, storage in Shabbos. That's why even though things that you're allowed to move, I said let's recreate, place for the pot in order to keep the warm. There you say, Yeshua, you're not allowed to do it. Why? Because that's considered HATMANA, even medover amuto, it's awesome. Next halacha. Halacha dalet. Now we want to talk about when you actually took out the pot, yeah? But part of it is covered and part of it is not covered. And the thing that you cover the pot is muktzeh. Taman bedavar shenon nital, things that you cannot remove. Vechisa pia bedavar nital. So again, so the pot himself, you're not allowed to remove it. But in the top, he covered it, something that you could be removed. Megale akisui bochas begdam. It does the good from the bad. He removes the good, picks up the top of the pot, and all the rest falls down. Obviously it's going to fall because like he pushes it, kilachar yad, and it's muto. The next halacha hey, taman v'chisa b'davar she'eno nital. What happened if he did the opposite? He covered it in something that you cannot remove it. So the cover is what? Is muktzeh. If it's part of the pot, it's a little bit, you could see it. So Mimela what? it's not considered HATMANA, because HATMANA has to be that you covered complete the whole thing. So if it's not covered complete, so you can take it out and bring it back also. But if it's not covered, it's covered complete with muktzeh, so then that's called HATMANA. You're not allowed to do remove the muktzeh, because it's bosel the davorisu. Memela it's also. Vav, the next halacha, and with this we're going to end today. Yom Tov shechal yot be'erev Shabbos. If Yom Tov comes out in erev Shabbos, יש מי שעושה להטמין באבנים, שזה כמו בניין ויש מתירים. What happens if he wants to cover the pot with rocks? So since the concept of rocks, it's mukse. Since so here we have a machloikas. Some people say since it was miyacheded, so what? You're allowed. And some said, no, it's also why. The reason it looks like it's building. And building, that's forbidden.
Cover it with what?
With rocks. He covered the pot with rocks. So rocks themselves, even though miyacheded, but it looks like so the rocks you could touch it. But when you surrounded the pot, it looks like you building something. So since about boine, that's why that became opinion. That's why we said that will be forbidden. Yeah. The other reason that they're mati because of covered Shabbos like gozru. Yeah. For sure, obviously, if you cannot be matman in another way, that's why it's mutter. And also, as we said, yeah, since because of covered Shabbos, that's a dematir. Okay, I want to wish everyone today a good day today. Bezrat Hashem, it's also Pesach Sheni, so we have some custom people eat matzah in order to feel. You can eat chometz, you can eat regular, but also to add also matzah in order to feel better. Okay, have a good day today.